How's it going, Spaceballs? Josiah here. Just wanted to make a quick video to discuss tactics on the field because it's been a while since I've played soccer. It's been a while since a lot of us have played soccer. Some of us have never played soccer. So I just wanted to make a quick video that will, I think, make our season a lot more enjoyable, um, and hopefully give everybody an idea of kind of how to play as a team and stuff. So I want to quick go over our formation that we're going to start out playing, and this is something that we discussed during our practice. But we're going to play in what's called a 2-3-1. So if we are purple, the other team's green, you can see that we have two people in the defense. This is the defensive third of the field. The field's broken up into thirds. We have two defenders in the defensive third. We have three midfielders and in the middle third of the field, and then we have one striker in the offensive third. And of course, as the ball gets moved up the field, the defenders will probably advance into like the midfield third, and the midfielders will advance up top, and the striker will continue to advance forward as needed. So just to kind of like explain what's going on here, like I said, we're purple, other team's green. This red circles the ball. And we're playing in a 2-3-1. We're also assuming that the opposing team is playing in a 2-3-1. You can see they got 2-3-1. We might see something along the lines more of like them playing a 3-2-1, or maybe even like a 3-1-2. And we can figure out how to play against this when the time comes. So I'm going to go over tactics, assuming that the other team's playing in a 2-3-1, same as us. So let's get these guys back here. All right. So there's a couple terms that I want to get us all familiar with, something that you'll be hearing me say quite a bit, and other people who have played soccer before saying quite a bit. The first is called switching the field. And actually, I think this is the only one I really want to go over because this is like the most important. So let's say we talked about Daniel playing center back. Let's say this is Daniel. Daniel has the ball. He received it from received the ball. Their forward's going to come pressure him right here. You can see the center mid, which we talked about Noah playing center mid. Noah's going to probably try and be getting the ball right here, but he's going to have a guy on his back. We talked about Emily playing left mid, and Emily's going to have a guy on her back. As you can see, there's not like a lot of space here. Here, Daniel could, and he honestly probably should, play a ball over top into our forwards, either feet, chest, head. I talked about playing forward myself quite a bit. Obviously, with all these positions, we're going to be subbing pretty much nonstop. Because let's be honest, we're not going to be in the best shape, at least starting out. So whether this is me, whether this is anybody else, whether this is Daniel, whether this is anybody else, you can see there's just not quite as many options right now for Daniel. But what we can see is there's a lot of space on this part of the field. A lot of space over here. And in soccer, space is your friend. So when I say switch the field, what that means is if this is the left side of the field and this is the right side of the field, switching this field would be the ball getting passed to this guy. And it's important to know how this can happen. So I want you to pay attention if you're somebody that's playing defense right now. And I know like this might be counterintuitive, but the foundation of an attack is the defenders. Even though you're playing defense, you're still very important to the attack. You might not be directly scoring goals, but the decisions that you make are going to lead to goals being scored. So we have to have a solid foundation if we want to have attacking chances. So in this scenario right here, let's say Daniel has the ball at his feet. He's got a forward right here. If whoever's playing center back is standing kind of like over here, it's going to be difficult for Daniel to pass the ball through this guy. You know, this guy's going to be off of his shoulder right here. It's going to be difficult for Daniel to get the ball to this guy. There are two ways that I think are really good for switching the field, and then I'm going to highlight a third way that's a little bit more advanced. But the first way, and to be honest, probably the less preferable way, is for Daniel to pass it to Evan, who has volunteered to play goalie, and then Evan can pass it into this guy. The reason that this maneuver is not preferred is because it's a little bit slower. We got to make two passes. This is a lot of distance for the ball to travel. And then it's also pretty predictable, I think, if we have, you know, we're getting Evan the ball and this guy's running at him, then there's really only one place for the ball to go. So if this left mid on the other team is smart, he can poach the ball, score. And I'm not opposed to our goalie getting touches with his feet. But it's not really like if we can avoid playing the ball back to our goalie, that would be, you know, probably a good idea. So that leads us to the second way we can switch the field, which is this defender actually peeling off and creating an angle. So if you're going to be playing center back, I want you to be paying attention right now, because if you're playing like right center back or right defender, I think we'll call it, you're obviously intuitively going to want to stick to the right side of the field. But the reality is that you actually sometimes need to create angles like this, and you're actually, you know, crossing to the other side of the field. Don't go right here. don't go this far, but go far enough that Daniel or whoever's playing this can give you an angle. And then now look, we have space here. Forwards are pretty lazy, so this guy's going to get cut back. The ball's going to get passed behind him. He's going to groan and turn slowly and stamp his foot. And look at all this space. So this is a good way of starting our attack. So let's go over this again, and then we'll move forward. We have, let's say Daniel receives the ball from a goal kick. He's all the way over here, receives the ball from a goal kick. This defender is coming over right here. Now the other defender, I called the forward a defender. Their forward's going to come around right here. This defender can create an angle. He can get the ball at his feet, and now he or she can actually press the ball forward. Look how much space there is. And if this person tries to get the ball, now we have ideas like whoever's playing right mid can get the ball wide at their feet. There's even ideas of, because the ball is on this side of the field, whoever's playing center mid to kind of go in between this gap, get the ball at their feet, and now there's space here, and now there's even space in behind right here. The forward can make a run, the forward can peel off, get the ball at their feet. We got so many more chances if we switch the field. So that's one idea. So, in summary, center backs, you are critical to the attack, even if you're not scoring goals. So don't be afraid to creep in, make an angle. Now let's talk about a team that decides to play something resembling a 3-2-1. And this is kind of extra credit sort of deal, and I can point this out when it comes. So wait, hold on. No, we're at a 3-1-2. So basically this means the other team's playing with two forwards. There's a maneuver that my coach in high school taught us. And it's super counterintuitive, but I think it's good. If for some reason we can't get the ball to our midfielder, and we got these two forwards making life hell for us and not letting the center back get the ball, whoever's playing center mid can actually drop in deep and act like a center back and help with the distribution. And this will bamboozle the other team because nobody expects this. And all of a sudden, this dude's probably running at our center mid, not knowing what to do. And this will probably, I would say, like, I don't know how experienced everybody is, but Noah, this is something that I would trust you to do. I don't know if anybody else would really want to, but now we can attack moving forward. Anyways, that's kind of more of that doesn't happen that much, but it's something to keep in mind. So there we kind of talked about how to play starting from our center backs. So I'll go ahead and stop this right here. So if you're thinking about playing center back, actually I want to add one more thing in real quick. This will be our center back video. Not to sound arrogant, but I did one thing pretty well in high school, and that was I like posting up against the other team's center back and having our center back play a big ball into me, whether it was my chest, feet, whatever. And I feel pretty confident with that. So if Daniel, if this is you, or center back, if this is you, um, feel free if you're at odds of like what do I do, if you play a floater into their back line into kind of anywhere like around me, probably at least like 7-8 times out of 10 I can probably get to it. And at least even if I don't get to it and it bounces out here, we have our left mid converging, or one of our outside mid converging, we have our center mid converging on it, and we can make that work. So don't be afraid to do that. But again, it's probably preferable to kind of start with moving the ball around. Anyways, yeah, that'll be our defense video. Thanks for watching. Okay.